Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid. Last time we left off, we defeated Sniper Wolf in a sniper duel, and we had to kill her. Wow. How that dude did not see me, I don't know. But there's a couple things about Wolf that I want to bring up. One thing I want to bring up is something she said. When she was about to die, when we defeated her and walked up to her, she said, "Are you Saladin?" That kind of has a dual meaning. She's mistaking Snake for Big Boss. And she calls Big Boss, she calls him Saladin. Saladin was a Sunni Muslim of Kurdish descent who... Let me get my little notepad. Hold on for just a second. I've got a little notepad that has some little things written down on it. He lived from like 1137 to 1193. He was the first sultan of Egypt and Syria, founder of the Ubi dynasty, and at one point his sultanate included Egypt, Syria, Upper Mesopotamia, the Hijaz, Yemen, and other parts of North Africa. He fought in the, Saladin led the Muslim military campaign against Crusader states in Levant. So yeah, notepad, I don't need you anymore. So yeah, Saladin was kind of a badass, and Big Boss is a badass, but she's referring to, she mistakes Snake for Big Boss. I'm just waiting for that to move. Because if you get hit by that, it knocks you into that molten, and you can't move while you're crouched. But yeah, that's like the whole, she's mistaking Snake for Big Boss, and then her being a Kurd, you know, Saladin was Kurdish and all that fun stuff. I also wish I could say his, like, actual name. But regardless, that's what she's doing. She's mistaking him for Big Boss and fun things like that. Also, Wolf was originally meant to be a man. The original concept for Sniper Wolf was male. And you can see this in the art book. The Metal Gear Solid art books have the little bit of the one like image basically of what Wolf, concept of what Wolf was gonna look like as a dude. Which I would have been okay with Sniper Wolf being a man, but I like what we got. Like, Wolf is one of my favorite, definitely my favorite Foxhound member, but she's one of my favorite characters. My friend and I were actually talking at work that the snipers in these games, you just love all of them. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, the sniper from MGS3, I'm like, you're not as cool. But Sniper Wolf is my Metal Gear waifu, and your waifu is trash. Alright, we've gotten a few things here. We can actually go this way. Into this little room here. I don't know what to call this room. It's just like full of food. That steam will do damage to you if you get hit by it. That's actually what I want right there. See? It does damage. Because we can go out here. And this is that little, do I have any shafts? This little, platform we could see from across the way. This should, I think this is the body armor. Yep. Some stinger missiles, some chaff grenades, and more stinger missiles. So the body armor, as you might suspect, is an item that we can equip, and it will reduce the damage we take, and we are going to wear it. And it actually shows it up here on your character model. I don't know the amount of damage that it reduces, but it is a useful tool to have. Now, make sure a few things. Do I have... Yeah, that should be enough. Plus we've got... Alright, we should be good to go. Oops. We got a big-ass cargo elevator to ride. And I'm equipping my FAMAS. I'm sure y'all can figure out why I would do that. I think we're also going to get some exposition and stuff, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get a codec call. Which I do want to try to make a point to, start, although the game, in all honesty, we're almost done with this, but for the rest of the Metal Gear games, I'm going to try to make it a point to, call people on. You know what? I'll do it real quick. Let's make a few phone calls. We'll call Campbell first.
Metal Gear is straight down. Better move it. There's no time. The terrorists are ready to launch.
Negotiations are all finished.
The government can't cave into terrorist demands.
But they're threatening to launch a nuclear weapon.
They've made their final decision.
Why is the White House being so inflexible? Colonel, is there still something you're hiding from me?
Snake, please. Just concentrate on stopping them, okay?
So yeah, Campbell is still hiding stuff from us.
If you take that cargo elevator down, you'll wind up in Metal Gear's underground maintenance base.
Thanks for that. Let's call Master.
Master, you and I, we're nothing more than dogs, are we?
That's not like you, Snake. Don't let what Sniper Wolf said bother you. Listen, there's not a soldier alive that doesn't question himself. And if there is one, he's nothing more than a murderer. But someone like Wolf, a soldier who's looking for nothing more than their own death, is no good to anyone either. Once she started to look for death, it was all over. That's how you'll end up too, Snake.
Oh, well, that was different from what Master usually will tell us. Hit the button, you douche. And also, yeah, totally, the body armor appears on your character model.
There he is!
Hey, guys. Hey, why is my gun not equipped? This is just like the boss fight in the elevator against the wannabe Four Horsemen. These guys actually don't die right away, I guess, is what I was gonna say. But they're annoying as hell. That dude got stuck in that corner. You dick. Just walk up and punch me. Oh shit, I knocked him off. I didn't know you could do that. I knew you could knock people over railings, but I didn't know you could knock them off of this elevator. Yeah, if you hit somebody near a railing, they'll fall over, and if it's far enough, they'll die. So yeah, a little impromptu kind of boss fight, I guess. And we have another cargo elevator. And fucking gun camera that I didn't see because goddamn... Oh, Jesus! There's also Claymore mines, apparently. Fuck me. There's also a ration over there that I want desperately now. But I can't use my mine detector because of the fucking jamming. Ration, I want to eat you. I ate the ration and it was gross. MREs are disgusting. At least the couple that I've ever had, which I'm sure you would ask, why would you ever eat an MRE? Because I was curious. And I bought one at an army surplus store. It was gross. I thought it was gross. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met anybody who said they liked MREs. Hey, maybe you do. If you do, let me know. What flavor did you eat and what was it like? I know Kung Fu. It's a lot of birds.
If you take that elevator down, you'll wind up in the warehouse. Metal Gear's underground maintenance base is just past there.
Crows.
What?
There are a lot of crows here.
There were crows around from before, but for some reason they started to really increase in number around the same time that Foxhound came to the base. It's really weird. I wonder what it could mean.
I wonder. What the fuck are crows doing in Alaska? I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snake.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI,
Yeah?
and then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah?
Well, back then there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, that ninja, too many strange things are happening.
are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
So that was kind of out of left field for Miller, but let's call Campbell real quick.
Colonel, where's Naomi?
I'm right here, Snake. What is it?
Oh, nothing. Forget it.
Strange.
Snake, by now those terrorists have finished their launch preparations. Stop wasting time.
So that was kind of out of left field for Miller. Normally, he doesn't call us except for the very first time when he was like, hey, I'm here on this operation. And then when we call him, yeah, Miller he's a talker, but it's not normally about himself. It's just about survival and things to do. And he's claiming that Naomi is lying to us about stuff. And some of the things he said are actually, I guess, true. And the whole thing with J. Edgar Hoover and him being a racist and other fun things like that. I mean, that was pretty spot on, but I mean, I don't know, like, is Naomi one of the terrorists? Is she working with them? What the hell's going on? Well, we'll hopefully uncover that story as we go.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. judgment is decided. The ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Ah, your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck-duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
And we get our boss fight with the final member of Foxhound, Vulcan Raven. Now, there's something I want to bring up. Raven is insane in that this man is carrying around an M61A1 Vulcan machine gun. That's mounted on an F-16 fighter jet. Alright, that's like 250 pounds right there alone. The ammo drum on his back is like another 250 pounds. So he's carrying around 500 pounds just alone. And the recoil force that would be generated from him firing that weapon at full speed would basically turn him into a human puddle. But it doesn't matter because this is cool as hell. We don't want to get in front of Raven because bad things happen. So what you want to do, the best way to kind of start the fight, is to lay down claymore mines in different areas and he'll run into them. Yeah, you don't want to stand in front of him when he goes ham. You can also use C4. I always just drop all my claymores. And then the other way to easily is you got to get behind him. And he's got a huge field of view. Actually, why don't we call these guys and see what they tell us about Raven?
Vulcan Raven is half Native Alaskan American and half Inuit. He was raised as a shaman, and they say he had
Oh, she said it right.
powers. During the Cold War, he trained in Russia with the Bimbo, the Soviet Special Forces. In 1993, he was demoted by President Yeltsin following his coup d'etat, so he fled the country and became a mercenary. After that, he joined those rent-a-war bastards at Outer Heaven, Inc. He stayed there until he joined us in Foxhound, next to a strong recommendation from Revolver Ocelot.
That cannon he's holding is a 20mm Vulcan gun. You usually see them mounted on fighter planes. You can't take him on in a firefight. He'll make mincemeat of you.
He's not just strong, Snake. He's a graduate emeritus from Alaska University, so he's a quick thinker, too.
In any case, you'd better not try to attack him from the front. Normal weapons are no match for his 20mm Vulcan. Try to attack him from the sides or behind.
Alright, so we get that. What's Master have to say? He's usually the one to go to for this stuff.
That place is right in the middle of the permafrost. Just like the name says, it never melts. I've heard over 85% of Alaska is permafrost. It's extremely cold there, Snake. If you don't hurry, your sea rations will freeze. One way to prevent your sea rations from freezing is to hold them close to your body by equipping them.
So yeah, he actually gives us a pretty good hint there. If you have rations and you don't have them immediately equipped, they can freeze in here and you can't use them while they're frozen. He doesn't have much of a choice. He's gonna have to go through one of my claymores. Because you can, I always found, yeah, using this claymores and then the Nikita. Ooh, that was was dumb of me. Why did I fire that so close to the wall? And yet I have my mine detector equipped because, as you guys have seen, I run into my own mines quite often. Yeah, this is basically the best way I've always found to fight Raven. Yeah, now he's sprinting around. That's terrifying. Like I said, that's like... No, that would be more than that. It wouldn't be... That ammo drum probably weighs close to 300 pounds fully loaded. But yeah, with him fucking sprinting around with that Vulcan cannon, that's terrifying. I'm trying to figure out which way he's gonna go. So yeah, oh god, he's coming this way. So yeah, as he goes on this little rampage that he's doing, he will destroy parts of the, not destroy parts of the level, but he'll knock these boxes down, and you see these items up here. He'll knock them down. And he'll also just start sprinting through your fucking Claymore mines. He's like a COD player. God, that used to piss me off when people would just run through my fucking Claymores. Why didn't... That's right, because it's X, not circle! See, this is a... I mean, none of the fights in this game are complicated, but this one is super simple. Because at this point, he's just sprinting around. When he sees us, he'll go ham, but which way are you going? That way. Good. Yeah, this is kind of anticlimactic. I wish the fight was more than this. But it's not. Whoosh, Gaba. Need one more good hit. Raven will be done for. He's gonna probably sprint back around. Yeah. If he cuts down the middle, he's done. He's not going to. He's gonna come all the way down and around. So that's kind of anticlimactic, but that's the Raven boss fight.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death. But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There is always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
And like that, Raven gets eaten by his ravens. And he also confirms what I'm sure mostly... Oh, wait a minute.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Armstech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards. Nobody patrolling.
Hate
It's
myself.
too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
So Otacon's gonna try to figure out the trick to the card keys. I just realized I had my mic muted since Master Miller called us. He seems really hell-bent on this whole thing with Naomi, and it seems kind of out of character from him, from what little I myself have called him. So yeah, that just seems out of character for Master Miller, but he says that the Naomi Hunter we know isn't the real Naomi Hunter. And also, Raven confirmed what I'm sure, well, everybody that's played the game knows, but those of you that might not have played the game, that this is your first experience with it, Raven confirmed that the DARPA chief that we met was actually Decoy Octopus. And it was kind of obvious at times, but yeah, that's Decoy Octopus. And while that cutscene was going on, I went and looked it up on the internet, and that Vulcan gun that Raven is carrying, the gun itself weighs like 250 pounds, so I was right on the money with that one. And the ammo drum itself is like another 300. And on average, it generates 3,200 pounds of recoil force. Basically, when Raven would have fired that thing, he would have turned into a human meat puddle. But hey, it's a video game, but still, a little fun tidbit that you guys are going to get for the day. But actually, we're gonna end the episode there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did, and next time might be the finale, because we are almost done. We don't have much left to go. So until then, take it easy and have a good one. Later.